Friendship in old age carries a profound significance that extends beyond mere companionship. As individuals grow older, the dynamics of life shift in ways that often lead to isolation, loneliness, and a sense of being disconnected from the world. In such moments, friendships become not just a source of joy, but a critical pillar of emotional and mental well being. The importance of friendship in later life cannot be overstated because it influences health, happiness, longevity, and a sense of belonging. In youth, relationships are often fast paced, built around activities, work, or shared responsibilities. However, as people retire, children move away, and daily routines become quieter, the space once filled by these roles can feel empty. It is in this vacuum that the value of meaningful friendship becomes evident. For many seniors, friends serve as the family they choose. They offer emotional support during challenging times such as illness, the loss of a spouse, or the transition to a retirement lifestyle. These friendships provide a sense of continuity and remind individuals that they are still needed, still loved, and still capable of giving and receiving affection. One of the core reasons friendships matter so deeply in old age is because they help counter the pervasive problem of loneliness. Studies have shown that loneliness in older adults is associated with increased risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and the absence of interaction can lead to serious health implications. Having close friends to talk to, laugh with, and confide in helps to ease this emotional burden. Furthermore, friendships help maintain cognitive function. Engaging in conversations, recalling shared memories, and exchanging ideas stimulates the brain and keeps it active. This kind of mental stimulation is a protective factor against dementia and other age-related cognitive impairments. Seniors who maintain social connections tend to have sharper minds and retain a more positive outlook on life. Another vital aspect of friendship is the sense of purpose it brings. Old age often comes with the retirement from active work life, and with it, a reduced sense of purpose. People may feel they are no longer contributing or that their lives lack meaning. However, being a friend, offering advice, sharing experiences, or simply being present for someone else can rekindle a sense of usefulness and fulfillment. It is this emotional reciprocity that sustains the spirit in later years. Physical health is also positively impacted by friendships. Older adults with strong social ties often engage in healthier behaviors. Friends encourage each other to stay active, eat well, attend medical appointments, and adhere to treatment plans. Social activities like walking groups, gardening clubs, or just weekly coffee meetups motivate seniors to keep moving and stay involved. These shared experiences reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and boost immune function. Emotional resilience is another benefit fostered by strong friendships. As people age, they inevitably face losses of loved ones, of physical ability, of independence. Friends help each other cope with these changes. A friend's comforting words, shared tears, or simply their presence can offer solace in ways that even close family members sometimes cannot. Friends often understand each other on a peer level that is rooted in shared generational experiences and mutual understanding. Additionally, friendships can be liberating in old age. Unlike familial relationships, which sometimes come with obligations or complex histories, friendships are often chosen freely and maintained through mutual care and respect. They can provide a safe space where older adults can be themselves without judgment. This freedom enhances self-esteem and allows for authentic expression, which is vital for mental health. In many cultures, aging can sometimes mean being pushed to the margins of society. Older adults may feel invisible or undervalued. Friendships counter this narrative by reinforcing the idea that one is still important, still seen, and still cherished. The laughter shared over memories, the comfort found in mutual silence, and the joy of simply being together all reaffirm a person's worth. Friendships also encourage personal growth, even in later years. Through friends, seniors can be introduced to new hobbies, perspectives, or activities. Whether it's joining a book club, learning a new skill, or traveling together, friends can reignite curiosity and the zest for life. They remind each other that it's never too late to try something new or to dream again. Technology has played a growing role in sustaining friendships in old age, especially for those with limited mobility. Video calls, messaging apps, and social media platforms have made it easier for seniors to stay connected with friends near and far. While these tools cannot replace face-to-face interaction, they do help bridge the gap when physical presence is not possible. The willingness to adapt to these technologies often stems from the desire to maintain bonds with cherished friends. The mutual encouragement and emotional safety found in elderly friendships also foster better decision making. Having someone to discuss matters with, whether financial, medical, or personal, can lead to better outcomes. Friends act as sounding boards and provide different perspectives that can help an older adult feel more confident and less overwhelmed by life's complexities. It is also essential to recognize that friendships in old age do not have to be long-standing to be meaningful. Some of the most impactful relationships can form later in life. Moving to a new community, joining a religious group, volunteering, or attending senior centers can lead to the blossoming of new friendships that enrich life in unexpected ways. Every connection holds the potential to be transformative. The shared vulnerability in old age often leads to deeper emotional intimacy. As physical appearances and social roles fade, what remains is the soul's connection, one based on compassion, shared history, and mutual care. These friendships can be more honest, forgiving, and spiritually fulfilling than those of earlier years. They often carry fewer pretenses and are built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Grandchildren and younger generations can also benefit from witnessing these friendships. They see models of enduring bonds, empathy, and what it means to grow old with grace and dignity. These friendships teach valuable lessons about loyalty, humor, and the art of conversation. They become living testaments to the beauty of lifelong connections and the resilience of the human heart. Friendship also becomes a legacy. The stories, advice, and wisdom shared among friends are passed on, creating a ripple effect that transcends time. Older adults often reminisce together, piecing together the puzzle of life, validating each other's journeys, and affirming the importance of their existence. These shared narratives become a source of strength and continuity. For older adults living in care facilities or nursing homes, friendships among peers can significantly improve quality of life. These connections offer a sense of normalcy, community, and comfort in a new environment. Group activities, dining together, and simply sitting side by side can foster bonds that make daily life more meaningful. The camaraderie found in such settings often becomes a lifeline. Even when health deteriorates and communication becomes limited, the presence of a familiar friend can provide immense comfort. A hand held, a smile, or a shared glance can speak volume. These silent expressions of friendship offer peace and companionship when words fall short. Pets are also considered companions, and while not human friends, they too fulfill emotional needs. However, human friendships offer reciprocal interaction that pets, despite their loyalty and love, cannot fully provide. Human connection encompasses empathy, shared experiences, and the capacity for deep emotional conversation. In some cases, older adults may need to reconcile with old friends or mend broken relationships. The desire for closure and connection often grows stronger with age. Forgiveness, understanding, and the willingness to reconnect can lead to powerful healing friendships that bring peace in one's twilight years. Ultimately, friendship in old age is not merely a social luxury, it is a necessity. It provides emotional nourishment, cognitive stimulation, physical motivation, and spiritual support. It upholds dignity, renews purpose, and enhances the quality of life. No matter how many years one has lived, the need to love and be loved remains constant. Friendship fulfills this timeless need with grace and depth. The significance of friendship in old age continues to grow as the years advance, especially when life circumstances become increasingly complex. As the body begins to slow and energy wanes, the emotional energy drawn from authentic friendships remains a vital force. Older adults often rely on their friends not just for companionship, but also as a mirror through which they see themselves. Friends who have known them for years or even decades can remind them of their past victories, lessons learned, and the essence of who they are, especially at times when self-identity feels fragile. Friends can be keepers of one's personal history. They share stories that no one else remembers. They know the people who are now gone, the places that have changed, and the events that once shaped lives. This shared memory bank offers continuity and connection in a world that often feels unfamiliar. Friends validate each other's memories, helping to keep the past alive in a meaningful way. This validation of experience is especially important when cognitive decline begins to set in. Even when memory becomes patchy or confused, having a friend who gently reminds or who simply listens without judgment can preserve dignity. When family members are preoccupied or live far away, friends often step into caregiving roles. They might assist with daily tasks, run errands, or provide transportation to doctor appointments. These acts of kindness are often carried out with compassion and a deep sense of loyalty that reflects the years spent growing together. Friendships in old age become communities in themselves. They form a network of care, compassion, and mutual reliance. The social structure created by these relationships helps guard against depression, which is a common yet underdiagnosed condition among the elderly. Just knowing that someone is there to talk to or to share a cup of tea with can lift the fog of sadness that often shadows the aging process. Humor is another gift that friendships bring to old age. Laughter shared among friends is not only joyful but also healing. Jokes that refer to old stories, playful teasing, or finding humor in the challenges of aging, all of this helps to lighten the emotional load. Humor strengthens bonds and makes burdens easier to bear. In fact, the ability to laugh together, even in the face of illness or difficulty, is one of the clearest signs of a resilient friendship. Moreover, having friends means having people who are invested in your future. Even in old age, people make plans, whether it's a trip, a lunch date, or a simple walk in the park. These shared intentions create hope and give something to look forward to in a phase of life where so much can feel like looking backward. The ability to still look forward, even in small ways, is a precious gift that friends bring. Spiritual and philosophical conversations often become more frequent and meaningful in old age. Friends discuss their beliefs about life, death, purpose, and what comes next. These conversations are not always somber. They are often deeply enriching and help process existential questions. Friends provide a safe space to explore these topics without fear of being misunderstood or judged. They become spiritual companions on life's final journey. Social rituals also take on deeper meaning among elderly friends. Birthday celebrations, holiday gatherings, anniversaries all become opportunities to affirm life and celebrate relationships. These moments of togetherness build memories that nourish the heart. Even small rituals like sharing a weekly meal or a daily phone call create structure and comfort. Another aspect of friendship that holds unique importance in old age is the ability to be oneself without pretense. There is often a freedom in senior friendships that wasn't always present in youth, where social pressures and insecurities might have complicated relationships. With age comes acceptance of oneself and of others. Older adults tend to value authenticity more than appearance or status, and friendships thrive in this environment of mutual acceptance. Friends also offer comfort in facing mortality. As the years pass, the loss of peers becomes more frequent, and the reality of one's own mortality becomes clearer. A friend who understands this journey, who shares the same fears, or who has faced similar losses, can be an irreplaceable source of comfort. Together, friends can talk about these topics openly and supportively. In many cases, they may even make end-of-life decisions easier for each other through mutual support. When it comes to dealing with grief, the presence of a friend who knew the person lost, be it a spouse, sibling, or another close one, can be uniquely consoling. They can mourn together, remember together, and slowly heal together. This shared mourning helps to bear a loss that might otherwise feel insurmountable. There is also a beautiful symmetry in old age when friends who helped each other through youth and middle age now find themselves helping each other through the end of life. The continuity of love and support creates a narrative arc that gives life a deeper, more poetic meaning. These lifelong friendships become a testament to the power of human connection. And it's also worth noting that friendship helps normalize the experiences of aging. Concerns about hearing loss, mobility, medications, or memory lapses feel less stigmatizing when shared among friends who are going through the same thing. Instead of shame or isolation, there's camaraderie and understanding. This normalization is essential for maintaining self-esteem and psychological well-being. Friends also inspire each other to keep growing. Whether it's reading a new book, trying out technology, learning a hobby, or even engaging in community service, friends often act as motivators. They encourage one another to stay curious, active, and involved in the world. This not only keeps the mind engaged, but also reinforces the belief that life still holds promise and excitement regardless of age. Volunteering with friends is a particularly powerful way to combine friendship and purpose. Many older adults find joy in giving back to their communities, and doing so alongside a friend makes the experience richer. The shared sense of mission strengthens the bond and adds meaning to their days. Similarly, travel, whether near or far, takes on new life when done with a friend. Exploring places together, whether it's a museum, a park, or another country, reignites the spirit of adventure. The shared memories created during these experiences add layers to the friendship and become stories to treasure. In aging communities, friendships often bloom among neighbors. Whether it's in senior living facilities, retirement communities, or neighborhood circles, casual encounters can grow into deep bonds. These friendships often form naturally and quickly because of the shared stage of life and similar daily rhythms. The key is openness, being willing to connect and invest emotionally. And digital communication also allows friendships to thrive across distances. While face to face connection is irreplaceable, emails, texts, and video chats provide continuity for long distance friendships. Many older adults have embraced this digital shift, learning to navigate new platforms just to stay connected with loved ones. This adaptability is often driven by the heart's longing for connection. Friendships can also bridge generation. While most friendships in old age are with peers, some seniors develop meaningful relationships with younger people. These intergenerational friendships offer fresh perspectives and a renewed sense of relevance. The wisdom of the older person and the energy of the younger one can create a harmonious balance that benefits both. These connections challenge stereotypes about aging and foster mutual respect, and they also give older adults a sense of legacy, a way to pass on knowledge, values, and stories. Being heard by someone younger reinforces the feeling that one's life has had impact and meaning. In addition, friendships in old age can lead to advocacy. Many seniors, inspired by friends, take up causes like elder rights, community improvement, or health education. These shared missions not only create a sense of purpose, but also help others. Friendships can be the spark that ignites community change. Even in solitude, the memory of a friend can offer comfort. As friends pass away, their influence lives on in habits, thoughts, and cherished memories. Some older adults speak of talking to a departed friend, seeking their imagined advice, or remembering what they might have said in a given situation. This invisible companionship continues to offer strength and guidance. Sometimes friends become a chosen family for those who are estranged from biological relatives or who never had children. Friendships fill an essential role. These chosen families celebrate holidays, care for each other in illness, and provide emotional grounding. The intentional nature of these bonds often makes them especially resilient and meaningful. Finally, as the circle of life comes full round, friendship in old age stands as a sacred reminder that love endures. The wrinkles, the gray hair, the slowing steps, they do not diminish the soul's capacity for connection. If anything, they deepen it. Friendship is a quiet but powerful force that shapes the final chapters of life with grace, tenderness, and dignity. It is the hand that steadies, the ear that listens, the heart that understands. In a world that too often undervalues the elderly, friendship affirms their humanity. It speaks to the enduring truth that everyone, no matter their age, needs to feel seen, heard, valued, and loved. Friendship in old age is not an accessory to a good life, it is its very essence.